Today, you are going to hear from Oklahoma Sooners 2020 signee, Marvin Mims. And I got to tell you, you'll love this kid. And we're going to talk about it after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You got to help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I'm not on Step Mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, I got to speak with 2020 wide receiver and Oklahoma signee Marvin Mims, who comes out of Lone Star, where he is fresh off of setting the national high school football record for receiving yards in a season. That number is 2,629 yards, 32 touchdowns. Not bad for 6', 173. He also owns the Texas high school football record for receiving yards in a career with 5,485. That number was previously held, or that record was previously held by Jordan Shipley in 2003. He ends up at Texas and does some outstanding things there. So among other things, right, I'm getting to know Marvin and I'm asking some basic questions about things like, hey, when did you decide that you were good at football, that you liked football? And he was actually really late to it. About his sophomore year of high school, he was a basketball player and he expected to be. And then he kind of broke out, had 1,000-yard receiving season, and it was like, oh, okay, I might actually be decent at football. But not in the way that you thought, right? Because he'll talk about when he took his first visit to Oklahoma and what things happened since then. But what I like most about Marvin is I asked him, what are you planning to major in? And he said mechanical engineering or electrical engineering. And we had a discussion about, have you taken calculus yet? He's like, yeah, I was taking it this year, but I'm going to need to take it again when I get to Oklahoma. He's going to early enroll, and he's going to finish it out there, which is it's remarkable. But more than that, this is a kid that was committed to Stanford, took a visit out there, loved the campus, loved the team, thought he was going to fit in. But as he got closer to his senior season, he did what I like for a lot of kids to do, which is to quietly tell folks, hey, man, I don't necessarily think I want to go to Stanford, so I'm going to reopen my recruitment. And he just told a few places. One of the places that he told was Oklahoma, and Lincoln Riley jumped on it. In the beginning, it was Dennis Simmons who was kind of recruiting Marvin. And then later on, it was Cale Gundy and Lincoln Riley who were recruiting him. And he was getting a reputation because, well, they beat up on Highland Park, who were the defending state champions in his division and in the district, I think, as well. Oh, I think they won another district title. But point is, it wasn't just they were chucking the ball to Marvin. They actually had about 3 wide receivers out there that absolutely could do ya. And after he torched Highland Park for about 200 yards, they double covered him the next time they saw him. That's how much respect that he garnered from the opposing team. More than that, I enjoyed getting to know that, his mom is a preschool teacher, that his dad has a very boring job, and he hails, like the rest of his family, save Marvin, from Baton Rouge. I asked if there was any interest from LSU. She was like, nah, I talked to some of the recruiting people, but no, coordinators or coaches. But he's the only one of his family that's been born in the state of Texas. And he grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan. I asked him what I ask a lot of kids, which is, who would you say your game is most like? And he's like, well, I don't really have the bearing in football that I do in basketball, but I do love Amari Cooper. And I think my game is much more like Cole Beasley because he's a smaller guy that's just getting open. And I thought that was kind of poignant because Amari Cooper's also the guy who was challenging his teammates to games of chess. And I made a joke about Cole Beasley being the guy that makes mixtapes. And Marvin was like, nah, I don't really make mixtape, dude. I don't really do that. And I asked him, what do you want to do after school? And, what happens after football? And he said, yeah, have a family, get a good job, be set up for life. And I was blown away because it's not what I hear from most of the kids that are going to go play big-time college football. What I hear is, I'm going to play in the NFL for a while, and then we'll see, maybe go into broadcasting, that sort of thing. Marvin didn't really even entertain playing in the NFL. He's like, I'll spend 4 or 5 years at Oklahoma, and I'll graduate, and I'll get a job. And I told him, dude, you're going to win over so many people. And it's precisely the kind of dude that many of you want to see playing college football, and particularly for your school, a dude that is very, very easy to root for, who's going to show up to work. He doesn't know if he's going to play inside or outside. With Michael Jones going into the portal, we'll figure that out, but he can play inside or outside. Brian Darby, Trevin Wester coming in with him. You also return next year Trajan Bridges, Theo Weiss, and Jaden Hazelwood to go along with Charleston Rambo. So he's got opportunities, but I was smiling the whole time I talked to Marvin, and he made this interview easy to set up. He made this interview easy to perform. Even when I fumbled the ball technically and I needed his help, he said, "Nah, man, I can help you. It's fine." I'm pulling for Marvin Mims, and I hope at the end of this video, you will be too. Okay, let's talk to Marvin. All right, I'm joined by Marvin Mims. Marvin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for helping me out with these technical difficulties. So, first thing that I wanted to ask you was, why Oklahoma?
Basically, it's just my relationship with the coaches. Some of the players that are up there, some of my friends that have gone to the school. I just had a really close relationship with them. I just wanted to, continue it on. Felt like home.
So, one of the things that you told me was that you actually didn't visit Oklahoma until your sophomore year after you had a breakout season, and that was a big deal to you.
Yeah, it was. It was my first place I ever visited, the first place that contacted me. So I went up for a game, and, the game was electric. The atmosphere was crazy, it was just a really, crazy experience, for a sophomore kid to be able to have.
So, in thinking about that and thinking about how things progressed for you, the big offer that you got was from Stanford, and you were happy with that. You took a visit out there. You enjoyed it. What changed?
What changed basically, as my senior year went along, I just wanted to stay closer to home. So I opened up my recruitment again, just some schools that are close. I didn't post anything just so that, other schools wouldn't hit me up and my phone would go crazy. I just told a couple schools, hey, I want to reopen my recruitment to you guys. And Coach Riley took advantage of it. He was just on me ever since.
And now, knowing that you are going to have, well, for a very long time, the reputation and the moniker of being, well, the record holder for most receiving yards in a season and for most receiving yards in the state of Texas high school history, how are you carrying that?
It's really crazy. Just to be able to have that mark on my name, a name that always been remembered in just high school football. It's really crazy. It's a humbling experience, how hard I worked in my past, how hard I work now. It's just crazy to see how things carried out.
Very cool. Marvin, is there anything else you want to tell me?
Basically, Oklahoma, I'm ready to come up there, be the best Marvin Mims I can be. Bring whatever I can to the table for this team. I hope they can use me however they want to on Saturdays. Just ready to come out there and make some big plays.
Very cool. Marvin Mims, thank you so much for helping me out.
Yeah, no problem, man.